Have you ever thought you knew someone, only to discover a secret that changes everything? What if that person was your own husband? What if his secret was just the tip of the iceberg? Clara felt a knot of dread tighten in her stomach. It had been a week since she'd found the small velvet box tucked away in her husband Leo's sock drawer. An engagement ring. But it wasn't for her. They had been married for 5 years. Her mind raced, replaying every recent conversation, every late night at the office, every text he'd sent that made him smile at his phone. Was he cheating? The thought was a physical blow, knocking the wind out of her. She decided to wait to observe. For days she watched him like a hawk, her heart a leaden weight in her chest. Leo seemed oblivious, his usual cheerful self. He'd kiss her goodbye in the morning, text her "I love you" during the day, and curl up next to her at night. It was agonizing. Was this all a lie? The loving husband? The perfect marriage? Was it all a performance? The breaking point came on a rainy Tuesday. Leo called, his voice strained. "Honey, I have to work late again, a big project deadline." The same excuse. Clara's suspicion turned into a cold certainty. This was it. He was meeting her. Her voice was surprisingly steady when she replied, "Okay, Leo, don't work too hard." But as soon as she hung up, a storm of tears broke free. Fueled by a cocktail of anger and heartbreak, she made a decision. She wasn't going to sit at home and cry. She was going to find out the truth, no matter how much it hurt. She remembered Leo mentioning a new client near the old waterfront district, a place they used to love exploring together. It was a long shot, but it was the only lead she had. She drove through the slick, rain-soaked streets, her knuckles white on the steering wheel. The waterfront was eerily quiet, the old warehouses casting long shadows. She spotted Leo's car parked outside a renovated brick building, its windows glowing warmly in the twilight. Her heart hammered against her ribs. Taking a deep breath, she got out of her car and crept towards the entrance. The sign above the door read, "The Lighthouse Community Center." A community center? This wasn't a fancy restaurant or a secret love nest. Confused, she peered through a large window. The room inside was brightly lit and filled with people. Older folks, young families, teenagers, and there was Leo. He wasn't whining and dining another woman. He was on a small stage, a guitar in his hands, surrounded by a group of kids. He was teaching them how to play. His face was lit up with a joy she hadn't seen in years, a pure, unadulterated passion. A woman with a kind face and a volunteer badge noticed Clara at the window and came to the door. "Can I help you?" she asked with a warm smile. I'm Clara, Leo's wife." The woman's smile widened. "Ah, Clara, we've heard so much about you. Leo is a lifesaver. He's been volunteering here for months, running the after-school music program. He didn't want to tell you until he was sure he could make it a success." Relief washed over Clara, so potent it made her dizzy. He wasn't cheating. He was being wonderful. But then a new question surfaced. Why the secrecy? And what about the ring? She waited for him in the car. When Leo finally came out, he looked exhausted but happy. He jumped when he saw her. "Clara, what are you doing here?" She held up the velvet box, her hand trembling slightly. "I found this, Leo. I thought the worst." Leo's face fell. He sank into the passenger seat, running a hand through his hair. "Oh, Clara, I'm so sorry. I should have told you everything." He explained how he'd felt stuck in his corporate job, how it was draining the life out of him, volunteering at the center, teaching music. That was what truly made him feel alive. He'd been saving every penny, not for a secret lover, but to start a new life. A life where he could do what he loved. "The ring?" Clara asked softly. Leo took a deep breath. That's the bigger secret." He opened the box. Inside, nestled on the velvet, wasn't an engagement ring. It was a simple silver band engraved with a date, the date they first met. "I know things have been distant between us," Leo said, his voice thick with emotion. "I got so lost in my own unhappiness. I was afraid I was losing you. I was saving up to leave my job to start my own music school here. I was going to ask you to start over with me, to renew our vows, to build this new dream together. I wanted it to be a perfect surprise. Tears streamed down Clara's face, but this time they were tears of understanding, of love, of overwhelming relief. All her fears, all her doubts had been a misunderstanding. Her husband wasn't leaving her for someone else. He was trying to build a better future for them. The secret he was hiding wasn't an affair, but a dream. A dream she now realized she wanted to be a part of more than anything. She looked at the community center, then back at the man she loved. He hadn't been drifting away. He had been building a lighthouse for them both, a beacon to guide them back to each other. She leaned over and kissed him, a kiss that sealed not just the end of a misunderstanding, but the beginning of a brand new chapter. Sometimes the truth we're so afraid of uncovering isn't a monster hiding in the dark, but a beautiful surprise waiting in the light. It reminds us that trust and communication are the true foundations of any relationship. Thank you so much for watching. If this story touched your heart, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more content that makes you think and feel. See you next time.